Emily was no stranger to hard work. As a waitress in a small diner, she juggled trays of coffee and plates of food, all for one reason: her mother's mounting medical bills. But today, it was different. Today, she had to make a delivery to the office of a powerful CEO, Thomas Kane. A man she'd only heard of, never imagined crossing paths with. She stepped inside his sleek office, her shoes clicking against the polished floors, and that's when her gaze fell upon it. A photograph of her mother, Caroline, framed delicately on Thomas's desk. Her heart skipped a beat. "Why is my mom's picture on your office table?" she blurted out, the words hanging in the air between them like an electric shock. Thomas froze, his eyes wide with a mix of confusion and something deeper, something Emily couldn't quite place. A quiet tension filled the room, and for a moment, the world seemed to stand still. His eyes flickered from the photo to Emily, and back again. "What did you say?" he asked, his voice trembling slightly. "Hello, my beautiful family. If you are enjoying this story so far, please like and subscribe and tell me in the comments where you are watching from. Now let us begin." As the silence stretched between them, Emily's mind raced. She had seen that picture 1,000 times, her mother smiling, carefree, a woman she adored and looked up to. But how could Thomas have it on his desk? What connection did he have to her mother? She'd never once heard Caroline mention him. 1,000 questions swirled in her head, each one more confounding than the last. But the truth was more shocking than anything Emily could have imagined. That one question, one simple question, would unravel everything she thought she knew about her family, and about herself. Thomas's face drained of color. "Sit down," he said quietly, gesturing to the chair across from his desk. Emily's legs felt weak as she lowered herself into the seat. "How do you have my mother's photo?" I don't know." His hands trembled slightly. "I honestly don't remember putting it there." The words hung between them like fog. Emily studied his face, the genuine confusion, the barely concealed shock. He was hiding something, or perhaps discovering something himself. "My mother never mentioned you," Emily said carefully. "Caroline Bennett. Did you know her?" Thomas looked away, jaw tight. "I need time to think." Emily burst through the front door, her mother's name sharp on her lips. "Mom." Caroline looked up from the kitchen table, teacup frozen halfway to her lips. One glance at Emily's face and her expression crumbled. "You knew him," Emily accused. "Thomas Harrington. You knew him and never told me." The cup clattered against the saucer. "Emily, please. Why does he have your photo?" Caroline's eyes glistened with unshed tears. "We were in love once. A long time ago. Before everything fell apart." "What happened?" "He betrayed me." Caroline's voice broke. "Stay away from him, Emily. Please. You don't understand what he's capable of." Emily's vision blurred. "Mom, tell me everything. Now." Caroline's hands shook as she gripped the table edge. "Thomas isn't just someone I knew, sweetheart." Her voice cracked. "He's your father." The room tilted. Emily grabbed the chair for support, her heart hammering against her ribs. His mother, she was ruthless. Old money, old rules. I wasn't good enough for her son. Caroline's tears flowed freely now. "She threatened me, paid me to disappear. I was young, scared, pregnant. So I ran." "Does he know about me?" "No." Caroline whispered the word like a prayer. "God help us, he never knew." Emily sank to the floor, 23 years of her life rewriting themselves in an instant. Emily stood in Thomas's office doorway, her resolve steady despite her racing heart. "We need to talk. Really talk." Thomas rose from his desk, something flickering in his eyes, recognition perhaps. "Hope. I'm your daughter." The words landed like thunder. Thomas gripped the desk's edge, knuckles white. "What did you say?" "Caroline Bennett is my mother. You're Caroline." Emily's voice trembled. "She left because your family forced her out. She was pregnant with me." Thomas's legs gave way. He collapsed into his chair, face buried in his hands. A sound escaped him, raw, broken. 23 years of absence, of not knowing, crashing down at once. "My God," he whispered. "All this time." The coffee shop felt safer than his office. neutral ground where father and daughter could begin again. Thomas listened as Emily spoke about growing up without him. Every word was a knife to his chest, every missed birthday a wound that wouldn't heal. "I want to be there now," he said hoarsely. "For both of you. Whatever you need." Emily studied him across the table. In his eyes, she saw genuine remorse, a longing that mirrored her own. "Your mother," Emily said carefully. "She's still in your life." Thomas's jaw tightened. "She is. But this time, things will be different." His hand covered Emily's. "I won't let her destroy us again." The mansion's library felt cold despite the fireplace. Thomas faced his mother, Eleanor Harrington, her silver hair perfectly coiffed, her expression ice. "You paid her to leave," Thomas said, voice trembling with rage. "You took my child from me." Eleanor's lips thinned. "I protected our family's legacy. That woman was everything to me." The words echoed off mahogany walls. Eleanor flinched, and for just a moment, something human flickered across her face, regret perhaps. Fear of losing her son. "You've already lost 23 years with them," she said quietly. "What more do you want?" Thomas stood tall. "My family. And you won't stop me this time." Thomas found Caroline in the park where they'd first met decades ago. The autumn leaves swirled around them like memories coming full circle. "I lost 23 years," he said, taking her trembling hands. "I won't lose another day." He knelt, pulling a simple ring from his pocket. "Marry me, Caroline. Let me spend the rest of my life making this right." Tears streamed down her face. "Thomas, your mother is my past. You're my future." His voice broke. "Please." "Yes," she whispered. Emily watched from a distance, her own tears falling freely. Her mother was smiling, truly smiling, for the first time in years. Finally, they were becoming whole. The mansion transformed. Where coldness once reigned, laughter now echoed through hallways. Family photos lined the walls, years of memories they were creating together. Emily stood at her bedroom window, watching her parents walk hand in hand through the garden. Caroline's head rested on Thomas's shoulder, both of them whole again. One photograph. One question. That's all it took to change everything. She thought about divine timing, how God works in mysterious ways, weaving broken threads into something beautiful. The pain hadn't vanished, but it had purpose now. Thomas appeared in her doorway. "Hey, sweetheart. Dinner's ready." Sweetheart. The word wrapped around her heart. "Coming, Dad." Finally, they were home.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed creating this beautiful video for you. Let me know in the comments where you are watching from.